I didn't realize.
We are on. You two. Very dangerous right now.
Why do you
Let's
say
put
that?
on our professional.
Are we that dangerous, Patch?
Yes,
never
they
dangerous.
are. If the fight got recorded 30 seconds earlier,
You know what?
the show wouldn't exist.
Batch and I are out here trying to save the fucking world. Okay, what are you doing?
We are about.
You're trying to put the brakes on us.
I'm trying to think of what you just said. How is that saving the world?
No, you're afraid
That's
of
just one thing.
Like that's
Han, you know what it is? He's afraid of our truth train.
Yeah, he is. You hate the truth train.
You hate the truth train.
what's the truth train? That's you two walking around. Oh, here comes the truth. The truth
comes
train coming through
That's
downtown. Choo choo. Han, let me go.
Who's grabbing whose shoulders today, Patch?
Who's the caboose and who's the engine?
He's
I
got
don't know.
burly shoulders, so you are definitely in the back.
He is the caboose to my steam engine.
Should the random dudes downtown. Hey. All right.
You know that makes Asa the box car.
Yeah.
No, I'm the conductor of the truth train. All right. So we got a little bit of breaking news right now as we start.
Breaking news. Pay attention, people. Let's go.
InsideLowell, one of our
Wait, what day is it though?
today.
Yeah, you should tell people.
Yeah, we should actually. Today is Thursday. No clue. 18th.
Okay.
So this will probably be released tomorrow. There's a lot of things about to happen here in Lowell, in the world, in the government. So it's like being a little bit back in time.
The people are waiting. They're on eggshells. Fucking spit it out.
Yeah, what's the news, man? What's the news?
Let's go.
He asked me what day it was.
Yeah.
No, I
it
said
doesn't
you
have to
should
take
say-
fucking 5 minutes to
I
answer.
asked you to give some context, Mo. But let's go.
Let's
This is
go.
why he's the box
Let's
guy.
go.
This is why he's the box guy.
This is why he doesn't want truth, right? He has to
no, he has
delay.
to derail.
Do you mind? Now it's my turn.
Well, hey, anytime you're ready, guy. Let's go.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. So the big story in Lowell is John Leahy is stepping down from his city council seat, getting a job at the city.
We knew that last week.
We've been
Hadn't heard.
doing it for many weeks. It's actually happening now. Last time we were speculating. Now it's really happening. So the big question is, will it be an appointment or will it be a special election?
Yes.
There has been a home rule petition that was sent to Beacon Hill. Then it was sent back, and then it was sent again. Little game of hot potato.
So we have an answer.
We might. According to sources telling Inside Lowell here, the home rule petition has been passed to be engrossed in the Senate.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
All right. So the Senate is going to stop what they're doing and
I'm
deal
about
with
to
it.
ruin
All right.
your special election that you used to. Also, if there are 3 or more candidates, there will be a preliminary election.
Ugh.
So, this is happening. We just got this information about
All right.
30 seconds ago. So bear with us if it's not true. But according to our Inside Lowell sources, this will be going over to the House to be passed. But there's a council meeting on Tuesday. So if they pass, appoint someone, which is technically the rule right now,
Yeah.
they would seat somebody. If it's able to be delayed, we get the summer session every 2 weeks. If they delay it, this home rule petition will be official, and that'll trigger not only a special election, but a special preliminary election.
Potentially.
Potentially.
No, there's 3 candidates right now.
Oh, there are.
There's almost 8, I've heard.
Oh, really?
Yes. The people are being very stingy with the information. I don't know why it's a big secret. It's like, if you want to be appointed, to be appointed, you have to say, hey, I want to be appointed.
Well, if
No one will tell me. Like the names, there's people that's named.
Well, they got to finish their phone calls first.
the Senate is engrossed, maybe you'll have an answer by tomorrow.
I mean, how long can you?
Well, we'll see, because now this changes that. There's no more.
How long can you stay engrossed without releasing
I
something?
mean, if you're engrossed for say 4 hours, you have to call a doctor, right?
Hold on. All right. New show.
No, you can't.
What are you doing? No, don't you dare hit the delete button.
Hold on. Go ahead. Say something.
Hello.
No, I was going to shut off your mic.
you shut off my mic?
No, I did not.
What is he doing?
Never. All right. So
Oh, he's the fun derailment. That's what.
Yeah.
I'm the conductor. I told you that.
Conductor of no fun.
I can't wait to see you two. The bar's close at 2.
He still hasn't met Zelensky downtown.
Oh, he hasn't. Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
gonna
what?
be.
You better wear knee pads the day you see Zelensky downtown.
You would.
Better bring
Your
my
boy,
checkbook too.
Ukraine Paul. Ukraine Paul.
Ukraine Paul. You would love. He looks just like him.
Does he?
I just want you to write.
Is he Ukrainian or no?
No, he's
Voldemir.
Portuguese. It's close enough. You just gotta feed him lines and have him read them, and it'd be like porn for you.
Wait, hold on. Just to be clear here. Feed him lines.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We're in downtown Lowell.
I know it's confusing because he's Portuguese.
We were talking about we were talking about rails.
I've heard Zelensky gets down sometimes,
There are
so
no
that was a
cocaine
very
references, yeah.
confusing thing. Okay, so yeah, this is all happening. Looks like there will be a preliminary. No one will tell me the names. We know that Corey Belanger wants it. We know that I don't know her, Erin Gendron.
Yeah, she's Steve
she's been-
Gendron's sister-in-law.
Okay.
I mean, not sister-in-law,
Daughter-in-law?
daughter-in-law, yeah.
And she's kind of openly, you can't run yet, but she's openly out there lobbying for the job.
Well, she put a thing like election.
So I'm saying it's not some secret. That's how we know.
Yeah.
And I believe Riffy has been saying he wants it. So that's 3. They won't tell me the other names.
All right, so the city's going to yield, hear what the Senate says, and move on from there, right?
But for the city to, we'll stop tapping now. But for the city to yield,
Here we go again.
it has to get through this next meeting. Like Belvedere wants this election, they've got to get through this next meeting, which means Rita and Sakari are going to get an incredible level of pressure on them to just punt and not appoint.
All right.
That's where we're at. That's what's going to happen.
So what you're saying
Which is perfectly fine. I mean, honestly, are you okay with people in Belvedere voting? Are you okay?
I would prefer that they had a special election.
I like the idea of the special election.
Everyone does. It's like there's nothing
But
against
if I can take
Belvedere.
a moment of personal privilege,
Go on.
what
You're
I'd
far
like,
away. Come closer.
what I'd like to see happen.
You've done 3 podcasts today. Are you new to this?
No, just 2. This is my second. So what I'd like to see happen is that they have a special election. Now, we know it's going to take 60 to 120 days. You got to do like this. You got to do that. It's going to take a little while.
It's definitely going to, because mail-in ballots, same day, the box, you've got.
But that wouldn't take that long because all you got to do is like you make the thing up, you do a little mail merge. There's only like 5,000, 6,000 people, whatever. You
Don't let me derail your thought, but let's just say it passes the House next Tuesday, okay? And now it's official.
Yeah.
How long from then until there's an election? Over under 60 days.
No, you can do it over 120 days.
Oh, okay. I'm just
By
saying.
the time it's actually.
So they're going to need that time.
I mean, I think this steps.
I'd say if you put the over under at 90 days, it might be right up there.
It'll be a good 4 months,
Yeah.
5 months, whatever.
Okay, sorry.
So what I would do is that you pass a special election, you do all this crap, right? Set it all up. Everybody's happy, right?
Okay.
Then you appoint somebody because you don't want Belvedere to go without. So you have an interim person, which I believe they could still do.
All right, hold on. You want an interim for whatever, a few months?
Interim appointee
Whoa, that's-
pending.
Everyone's happy?
Pending the decision
Well, no,
from the Senate.
That's not a horrible idea.
So because because let's say all right. So let's say this
It might be illegal, but it's, I like it.
no.
Why
So
would it
let's
be
say,
illegal?
Let's say by Tuesday.
Then you're going to tell that person you've been appointed to a seat.
Yes.
Get lost.
No, you got to hear me out. You got to hear me out.
I'm listening.
This is a grand story. So, let's say the House hasn't done anything yet, right? Before Tuesday, they haven't voted on it yet.
Yeah.
So then you're still under the old rules. So you appoint somebody with the condition, like, hey, there's going to be a special election. This is just till that. So whatever. So they're in for a little while. You put your person in. Then you do a contract extension for TIPA.
Oh, gee. Oh, my God.
And then you derail the whole like anti-TIPA campaign. It'd be awesome. Would that be hilarious? I mean, it would be showing you cards, but
Right.
at least it'd be honest instead of this whole like going after the middle management thing, you know?
For the sake of Belvedere lacking representation, it is not a horrible idea to appoint someone on Tuesday with the caveat of
you're only gonna
there's
be
an
for-
upcoming decision from the Senate.
I'm saying, what if that person, you get
And if
real,
they're engrossed, they're going to be on it like
There's already
full time.
3 people from Belvedere that are eligible. So
just think about it. How do you get rid of that person?
you say, hey,
You
you're,
got a handshake deal?
Yeah.
like then they're running for office, maybe.
What do you mean? Like you are the
you can't
interim
make it.
appointee,
Interim,
You have to
you're
have-
the appointee until-
pending the decision
You're
from the Senate.
literally
Yeah.
changing rules and laws on the fly here.
We do it all the
Okay.
time.
So what?
That's not the way government works.
So what? Belvedere has to go without a representation because of what?
Oh, Mr. Belvedere champion.
I'll tell you this. I feel very
It's not
strongly.
about Belvedere. It's about general
No.
rules of law. If you start making up your own rules, this
Why should Belvedere go without representation? That's what I want to know, Asa.
country goes to hell quickly if we all start making our
I
own
can
rules.
say nothing
But
more
wait a minute.
honestly than this. The Belvedere district
Yes.
who are the backbone of Lowell, who also
They do some heavy lifting on tax day.
no, they like without I've said it
We
before,
appreciate it.
Without Belvedere, we'd be screwed.
Yep.
Now, these people in Belvedere, oh, you can't say these people anymore. The people in Belvedere, right, should not go 4 or 5 months or whatever it's going to be without representation. And I think the city council should appoint somebody in the meantime to make sure that their needs are met.
I don't think we should
Amen, Batch.
violate rules and laws.
Wait, hang on.
Belvedere will-
Hang on a minute. We need violation. What rules are they
They'll
violating?
survive for 4 months.
Hang on a minute.
They'll get by.
Based on
What's happening here?
You're still going to have the special election, but you appoint somebody.
They'll live.
Based on the current rules, doesn't the city council have theoretically the power to appoint somebody on
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yes.
They do.
Unless-
Okay, so what
unless
rules are they
it's
breaking?
if it doesn't-
Again, how do you get someone out of that seat? You're appointing them to a seat.
until the election.
Okay, so
It doesn't say it's written in
so-
that you get a 95-day term.
what's to stop that?
And then we're going to have a look around.
What's to stop them
See
to
if we can
saying
replace you with
this
someone better.
this term will take you up until the theoretical election?
Yeah,
What's
you have
wrong
the
with that?
interim until the you know,
We're a nation of laws. It's not going to happen.
why? It would be under the law.
It's a nice idea for a podcast. It's a dumb idea in general.
I think it's great.
All right, we'll wait and see. The Senate's engrossed. We should know tomorrow.
God loves and grows.
Yeah. There's some that are engorged, there's some that are engrossed, but then
Whatever-
you don't think
whatever floats your boat.
I think the contract session would be
All right.
hilarious.
Well, you, honest to God. So, right now, after what just happened, actually, there's a good chance that, I don't know if they're in session, but if the House is next week, they'll try to pass this Tuesday morning before the vote on Tuesday night, the council.
I mean, honestly, that'd be the best thing. That
But
it's
again,
all settled.
would it have to go to the governor? Like, is this one of these just hot potatoes, most important bill happening?
I don't
Well, actually, the governor would have to sign it. Yeah,
I would think
right?
so. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, really?
I don't know that, but I think so.
I mean, what? No one can walk down the hall?
Saying
So
Ed Kennedy's in a Porsche, just.
Yeah.
I will say though, like,
although it's in the same building,
I think it's very irresponsible to have Belvedere go that long without representation.
I think they'll live. They'll be okay. Listen, you want a special election? We'll give you one. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
sit
but what if-
tight.
Why are you so insensitive to the needs of the residents of Belvedere?
I'm more sensitive.
What if Shed
to the
Park
Constitution?
doesn't? What
of
if
the United
Shed Park
States.
doesn't get mowed? What if the heat street?
I promise you, Shed Park.
What if a pipe breaks at the water park at Shed?
I know. What if the street heaters break and there's a cold
New
snap?
area to play in?
Oh
We'll
God,
expand it.
you are hateful.
The water park has moved to Rogers Street. All
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
right, so what's with to wrap this up? Sakari and Councilors Mercier and Chow would have to change their mind for this to happen. They've already done a vote. Would people be upset if they changed their mind?
I mean, I would.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
listen. If you, everybody knows, they've all pretty much said they want a special. They prefer a
Right.
special.
And again, I know. So Rita actually brought forth the motion at the last meeting to say, hey, let's just, this is the rules. She's just following the rules. Let's appoint someone. Now that this has all happened the way it has, if she changes her mind, it's not a big deal. In fact,
No,
she probably, if she lives in Belvedere, if the people of her entire district and no one else is really fighting throughout the city say, we'd like a special election, there's nothing wrong. It's not even a flip flop. That's just listening to
I mean,
your
there's
people.
only
Same
really-
thing with Sakari.
There's only 50 people that care about this, anyways.
I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think, oh, you're a flip flopper. If those two
No.
change their mind, they're not.
if there's a chance to do a
they hit.
special election, you do the special election.
ADUs. John Leahy switched. Oh, he's a flip flopper. He said no.
He
I
talks to his
supported it
people.
personally. Everyone in my neighborhood who I represent was against it.
Yeah.
So I voted for them. That's fine. That's exactly what this is.
He represented his neighborhood. That's fine.
I think that if you have the opportunity to have the special election, you do it, right? So, but in the meantime, like I said, it's going to be 120 days. That's 4 months without representation. I think that's undemocratic.
So, is 20 minutes on a home rule petition enough, or can we?
That wasn't 20 minutes. It was like 5 minutes.
Unbelievable.
What is this, last night?
14 minutes. All right, you wanted to talk about this UTEC.
Ooh,
Oh,
So it's a big thing. It's the state of Massachusetts.
I got to hear
the
this,
last-
Batch. I'm unaware.
They're in the last Senate bill.
Please tell me in the list.
Actually, it must have been the budget. I'm not sure.
we
But there was a
talking
big bill that just passed, and part of it was to take 18-year-olds and treat them as juveniles in the criminal justice system. So 18-year-olds are now considered juveniles in Massachusetts.
Well, not yet. It has to pass the House.
Right.
So what's the fallout from that, Batch?
What's the fallout?
Yeah, like if you're going to treat an 18-year-old like a juvenile, what theoretical laws that are on the books would be in for drastic change as far as we're concerned.
All right, so right now, if you're 17,
Do we start with murder? Or
Yeah, well, murder's on the top of my list.
It doesn't matter.
so
It's all of them.
if you all right, let's think of this. Now, this is the worst case. All right, first of all, they had a lot of research to back up. I get where they're coming from. I do.
Research to back up what?
There is
18-year-olds aren't
I don't know, it's
mentally
like-
and emotionally
it's like
developed
it-
as an
it
adult.
If we're going to do that, we're going to go to like age 29, aren't we?
bottom line is like, hey, if you give us another chance, we're gonna do better in life, right? So whatever. And there's some research to back it up, whatever. But the way I look at it is, if you're 18, right, and you join the army, you get trained in 10 weeks, then you're combat ready, come back, you shoot up whatever. I'm not gonna say something, but
Yeah.
shoot something up,
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to shoot up.
and then guess what?
Old pro right there.
You're a juvenile.
Yeah.
You get tried as a juvenile.
That's
Or
insane.
If you've driven for 3 years and you wipe out a family and you're 18 years old, you're considered a juvenile. Now, here's the thing, though. What could happen is, if let's say you're employed, this is probably good for the industry, but if you're a drug dealer and you've got a 17-year-old and you basically get another year of that person.
Yeah, another year
working
of service.
the streets.
Being your
Yeah.
mule.
But if they go to
To
vote,
all our Adam Street listeners.
so if they go to vote, because they're 18 now,
I was
on
once
the way
I was
home,
once a scout.
they go, when they go to vote and they shoot a couple people and then wipe out a family, they're still treated as a juvenile. Like, you're 18, right? And now this is the same organization.
Oh, you're gonna steal my point. Yeah, go ahead.
Same organization that advocated for 16-year-olds to vote.
Yeah, if you go back when we were on the radio at Cappy's there, I think it was probably 6 or 7 years ago. UTEC was pushing hard, lower the voting age to 16, lower the voting. It's like, man, you really can't have both of these things.
No.
You can't say that kids are mentally prepared
No.
and understanding things, and they should vote at 16, and then they should be treated as juveniles as 18-year-olds.
Now, so let's say
I'm
this.
okay if you pick. I disagree with both, but if you pick one lane or the other and go with it, that's fine. It's an idea. You just can't have both.
Here's another example. Now, this might be a little a warning to viewers. You might want to skip this part.
Oh boy, I like
If you
that.
went to your first semester of college and you got back and you're 18 and a half,
You don't have to say whatever you're about to say, just so you know.
and then
It's not
I'm going to
mandatory.
say it.
Okay, whatever you're going, you don't have to.
Then you're like, I feel like raping a 12-year-old.
No,
Rape,
you didn't have
rape.
to say
Guess
that.
what? You're
Rape with a
juvenile.
G.
You're a fucking juvenile. Come on, guys. Like, 18.
No, Han asked the question. We didn't look too deep into it. It's-
I have to agree with Batch, this whole idea.
everyone agrees with
of
Batch, of course, here, but
An 18-and-a-half-year-old with a 12 or 13-year-old is just absolutely distasteful.
So,
didn't
but,
look-
here's the, but wait,
to normalize that is not a good idea.
but I'm not done. So, what you can do is
it gets worse.
no, it doesn't. I'm done with horrible examples. What you can do is try try somebody who's an adult, right?
Yeah.
That takes more paperwork. That takes more legal talking shit. That's the official how you're supposed to say it.
Yes.
But you're basically putting more onus on the prosecution to do whatever. So you're just making it harder to put away fucking fuck faces.
Yeah, no. And again, part of this, I think, part of the same bill, they passed new gun rules, stricter gun laws. Like, oh, good. But it's like, they had these things in the book. You get caught with a gun, you do a year. And no one does a year. Like, it was mandatory.
Yeah.
The new gun, they say, oh, we hard gun laws. It's all about the ghost guns. You got to have serial numbers on guns. Now they're saying you have to have serial numbers on each part.
Yeah, I mean, they should have serial numbers on
Either way,
bullets, but
you asked the question, and we should have known the answer. We don't know if it's actually murder, rape, those types of things.
no,
So,
it is.
It's everything.
I'm pretty sure it's everything.
I would assume the headline would have said, like, without these,
treat
Oh, yeah, yeah.
18-year-olds as juveniles. It used to be 16. They bumped it up to 17.
It falls in line with the current ideology of criminal justice reform, right? It does follow in that mold.
immediately after this, saw a tweet from Aaron Curtis, Lowell's son. Everyone follow him on Twitter. Read the Lowell
Oh,
son.
he's great, man.
This is more. He gets stolen here. Someone steals the
Do you
headline.
feel like we should beat him sometime? Like, I'd love to meet him.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
should take him off at dinner because we use his.
We used to always want to put him on the radio. We go back to the radio at some
No,
point.
we never had him on the
No, we
radio.
wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So.
He can't.
He could do his top 10
He can't
report.
talk.
Oh, he must have great ones.
He can't talk to us. He works for the Denver people or whatever.
He can come on and do his top
Denver
10.
people don't even know where Lowell is.
Yeah.
Aaron Curtis. According to a Lowell PD arrest log, a 17-year-old Lowell youth was charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, with the weapon identified as a cup. That's not the good part. First response. 𝒔𝒎𝒻𝒊𝒏𝒕 Pena. Athletic cup.
Not bad, Gilly Mo.
Oh, Gilly Mo.
And again, you go from a serious crime to me just like picturing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to admit, I'm like, he's like holding somebody down with a thing in his.
Like that's every 80s movie we've seen.
You watch UFC. You ever see when Derek Lewis wins a fight? He takes his cup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Fires into the crowd.
Yeah.
And people are like brides trying to grab the
Oh,
bouquet.
yeah,
Like
it's-
diving over each other to get Derek Lewis's sweaty, gross cup.
Now, I will say, of the thousands of kids that UTEC has had in their program, and I'm not talking about the way they double count, but just like the legitimate individuals, there has been a couple, one or two that I know have actually been helped. So, what I guess,
For sure. It's not,
yeah, they've helped at least one or two people. And
honestly, think about it. Even if they help, look what they're dealing with. They're dealing with rough kids. Like, that's high.
they own a lot of property. It's real. Well, anyways, so
They do well.
they do well, but. But I think
Who else is out there rehabbing kids with success stories?
Well,
I'm not saying they're the greatest some Disney story, but if 20% of the kids that go in there come out better, like it's kind of a victory for the society.
The Adam Project, when I won't say his name, but the Adam Project used to be really successful and was a better model, but they didn't fund it because it wasn't sexy. But whatever. Anyways, if you look at what they're trying to do, I don't blame them, because basically, if you're UTEC, you're taking. Like you serve kids up to 17. If you get this law passed, you've basically opened up a whole other entire 12 months of criminality to boost your customer base. It's a brilliant business start.
Why do you hate UTEC? Huh?
No, he's just pointing out facts.
I mean, that's it. Like, hey, we've kind of leveled out on our income here. We can't buy any more buildings or get.
Saying that is, if you're actually rehabilitating kids, that is a prime year right there. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's a
the
lot of
end of
money
high
to be
school.
made.
Oh god! All right, moving on. Yes or no? Conspiracy with Trump. Did the Secret Service stand down on purpose, or were they just incompetent?
Oh,
I know. So I need more information.
Nope.
If in fact,
Nope.
hang
Need
on,
an answer.
hang on. If in fact that sniper had this guy in his sights for a few minutes, asked for permission to pop the guy, and was denied by the director of the Secret Service, then
Wait,
there's a
that
problem.
part is very suspect.
Whoa.
We don't know that yet,
That
right?
part is very suspect.
No, I wanted to add a
The
disclaimer.
facts alone are bad enough. You don't need that part because that one is real suspect.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
I
take
guess
that
what
part.
I was saying is, if you tell me that that's true,
Patriot saying that, is that real?
You're right.
no, but
Not shoot.
if you tell me that's true, then I'm going to be inclined to say absolutely
Did
conspiracy.
somebody say that?
But that's not true.
Where my leanings is maybe
Very suspect on.
No, but has that come out? I haven't heard that.
It's a
there's-
conspiracy. We're in this world
there's stories of the such. I don't know.
now. Don't believe that.
Okay.
You don't have to believe
I'm
that.
saying that I don't
The
know yet.
cops knew he was there. Everyone knew he was there. They were looking at him. You don't need that aspect of it.
But we
So
like.
take that part of it.
I'm just saying that little piece would make a big difference.
Of course, that's why someone made it up.
As of now, it looks like some psycho just wanted to kill Trump.
Right, but-
took a shot. However, we do have a track record of presidential assassinations where clearly it's not what it seems to be.
The only question I have
So,
is it
what is-
incompetence or it's so incompetent that it's very suspect.
There's
At the
definitely
whole
some
time, I'm
incompetence
please
involved.
don't be a conspiracy. Please just be this dopey kid. And everything that comes out, you're like, they can't be that incompetent. I'm fighting hard to get
Well, have you heard-
sucked into the conspiracy world.
Have you heard Kamala Harris speak?
Yeah.
So that level of incompetence is absolutely possible, right?
But there's certain people I thought,
come
like
on.
you heard Joe Biden speak.
Hey, you're making my point.
I have two questions.
You're preaching to the
close.
choir.
Oh, I have two questions.
Go on.
First question is, now there was a local that climbed up the ladder, right? And the kid turned around,
Yeah.
saw him,
Pointed the gun at him.
which I would have been like, yeah, I'm leaving too, right?
She's like, oh, look at that.
Don't grab your grenade and
Yeah. What is this? The Rock? Oh, not the Rock. The whatever. It's some dumb movie. But like, I kind of feel like if you're up on a roof and you're this kid, you really have like you heard the cop coming up and you turned around. Like, I don't know. That's a little. Did that really happen?
Well, you got to climb up a ladder. It's like a dinky little roof.
Did you see the Instagram thing of the guy showing the kid sneaking through the field and he's got a huge ladder and an AK-47?
I mean, that's what it is. Really.
Everybody knows. So
no, but they did. They were yelling for a long
The whole
time.
thing is insane. Like,
Now, the other
there's
question-
only like 3 roofs Like that was the only one besides the one the snipers were on. You're like, guys, the command center was in the building of the roof he was on. You were on the roof of the command center.
Were you in any way
I
surprised?
guess someone talk walking on that roof.
You wouldn't give if you're gonna shoot the president. You wouldn't give him that rifle though. You give him a better rifle.
Well, did you see that the police
He
chief?
to do a better
hang on.
shooter,
Did
right.
you see that the police chief of that town, like he totally disagreed with that? He said no. Our cops were not. We didn't have our own sniper team inside that building. He said, we were just doing traffic detail. He's like, we had 7 or 8 cops doing traffic detail.
Oh,
That's it.
I thought they said the Secret Service was in the building.
No, at first they said the local sniper team.
Well, that's the thing. It's hot potato.
Whatever that
each
means.
other.
I think there was a home rule petition to figure out who was going to.
Yeah.
Trump almost got engorged. Is that what they call it? What's the word?
Engorged.
Engrossed.
Engrossed.
He's watching the other thing.
Oh, jeez. All right, so
So here's the other thing though, like so I don't know what happened. Like I don't know if it's a conspiracy, whatever. But the best thing was I didn't realize that now if you're going to be in the Secret Service, now I'm thinking about joining because they let fat people in.
yes, now
They let fat people
the
in.
door is open for new career
Holy shit.
opportunities.
There was no fitness test because there was some poor.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Some poor woman, right, trying to put her gun in the hostess. She could not find that hostess.
And she was right there with the president. She should be in the back. Like literally, respectfully, that was like a lunch lady working in Secret Service.
So I
Nice
thought,
transition to ruining DEI. Thank you, Amen.
Oh, no.
Well, so I thought like she would have been a good human shield, but she was way too short.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like
The whole thing. Like the woman on the
Trump's a big boy.
Like,
right?
the woman on the stage
Right?
is a
She's
complete
hot.
hero. The Secret Service woman on the stage.
What, the
don't-
fatty?
No, the woman. Whoever was the one by the car is ridiculous. That's the one.
Well, there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, that one is the ridiculous. The one on the stage, like
her name is
Joe on top of the president.
Mara Highbelt.
Hey, these people in high regard that will take a bullet for the president.
Yeah.
There's an active shooter. She jumped. She's 100% a hero. She's just not tall enough to do that job. Like that's not a debate. The other lady by the car, again, what are we doing here? But you have to make a difference because the woman on the
Did
stage,
she go into the hospital though?
she did her job. Like she was gonna take one.
By the way, did you notice like a day or two later when Trump showed up at the Republican convention?
Yeah.
Like every dude there was 6'2".
Oh yeah.
Whole detail.
He had the
The
Serbian
ladies were
basketball team.
no longer on duty.
And meanwhile, the most qualified candidate, RFK Jr., is walking around with very little protection.
Now he does, though. He's
got it.
Right?
Oh, he did? He did?
No, Trump called out Biden for not protecting RFK Jr., and now RFK Jr. has Secret Service.
By the way,
You know what did a good job is
which he should have had all along.
they
by
had
the
a
way.
bipartisan
It's ridiculous.
legislation. I forget the guy's name. Torres. He's a congressman, Democrat from New York.
I think you're talking about Ben Mendez.
No, not Mendes. Torres. He's very good. Damn, I forget his name. But he's a legit, rational Democrat. Him and the next day, they proposed it.
Sounds
and
like
it
a
got done.
unicorn.
He is. No. This guy's good.
Was he Bill Weld?
By the way, that has taken all the oxygen out of the room of what was happening right before that, which is Biden. Is he going to survive or not? As we're recording this now, Thursday, like Biden could be, if Teddy releases this show at 10 a.m. tomorrow on Friday,
Yep.
I don't think Biden will be gone by then, but it's not impossible.
Oh, he's got the vid.
That's true. So you can't even kick him out of the White House.
Wait a minute.
Well,
He
maybe you
did
could.
say
He could, but
he said if I don't have an illness or something like that, he said something along.
But
these
no, he
lines,
opened the
right?
door. He said, if I get an illness, I'm open to
Yeah,
dropping
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, he got COVID.
Oh, by the way, he tested positive.
The best if he would have been like, no, I said a real.
PCR tests are extremely accurate.
Biden's like, no, I said a real illness.
Yeah, like dementia.
yeah, right.
How about Parkinson's? Is that real?
You know what? I
If you
gotta
isolate with dementia, you're fine in 14 days.
pull up this tweet because it's a good one up my lost in a
Give him
short.
that what's it called?
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin?
Can we just give a little? I want to give a shout out to the Stutz Brothers that you guys called out.
No, hold on. If this is about Ivermectin, it's all him.
I thought it
Oh,
was
I'll take my victory lap. Thank
I'm
you. Bring it.
Different
Yeah.
COVID things. Ivermectin's all him.
That was
Yeah.
all you, and that was shown to be effective.
Oh, you don't say.
Why you staring me down?
Because I don't know why you bail on ivermectin.
I was neutral.
He hates the truth.
No.
He does.
Despise it.
He's the truth trail.
I am cautious.
truth
The
train
conspiracies.
derailer.
Caution. What's a conspiracy?
A conspiracy is a sniper on a roof. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. What you just said 2 minutes ago. That's conspiracy.
Did I
This
not
is why I'm
qualify
cautious.
my statement? I did say
By the way,
if
we talk
this
about-
is true.
Didn't
That's
I
what
say?
said.
if ivermectin works, that's great.
My second
Remember me
point.
saying that?
Where's your scientific data that shows you
He's
that
tricked me.
ivermectin doesn't work?
Like what's it called? The chat
You
thing.
know what I love?
The what?
Hang on.
Facebook group he got kicked out of because he said ivermectin.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Low life people.
Yeah, you're treating me like I'm the low life feed. I just stayed out of it.
You know what's funny about this? Because
I didn't take nothing. Just live your life.
hang
Left
on,
behind in the hole.
the folks that say take the vaccine, ask no questions, you monster, you evil child killer and grandma killer. Where's the vaccine right now in trials and testing? Any idea where are they at? Like, because they should be scientifically proven to be safe and effective. They say it's safe.
They're busy digging graves.
They're in phase 2.
All right.
Right? Out of phase 4.
Mad at me.
No. Because I'm sick of, like, this is so annoying.
I said
Because you know this, but you're afraid to say it for some unknown
I
reason.
thought you guys are both kind of on the same page. I guess I just remember.
I got everything else right. I just
sort
stayed
of
out of
is.
it. I stayed out of ivermectin.
He doesn't want to dive into ivermectin. I don't know why.
No. I stayed out. We just said congratulations.
But I have to ask, yes.
Have you been reinstated?
I don't believe I have any restrictions.
No, I think you comment. Yeah, you're up. You're back.
Yeah.
Just go careful, all right?
Oh,
I do have to ask you, what does your dad think about this whole Trump thing?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
I was supposed to bring a paper for you.
Oh yeah, he was. supposed to-
I have it. This is
wanna
for
read it.
Batch.
Oh,
He
yeah.
left Batch reading material.
Manifesto?
Not a manifesto.
Dude,
he got the
Teddy got the manifesto.
he's getting
think it's
the
different
Russian
ones.
Russian Revolution.
Pat, you want a good random story?
Yeah.
No, whenever we see our father every 3 or 4 years or so,
Yeah.
and he's always lived in California, so we always get new stories and new stories. We were talking about the Egypt story. I won't get too deep into it, but it's wild, right? The Egypt story is wild.
I was overheard a
Here's another story. Me and Han, I was probably about 6, so you were about 9. We were in London in the middle of the 80s. My father was born in Switzerland, so he's got a Swiss passport. We were born with dual citizenship, so we had American and Swiss passports. With that, you can go anywhere in the world. It's
We
the
were
best
traveling with
passport.
American passport. But
Well, we had in the back other pocket. So,
Do you still have your Swiss passport?
no.
no, I gotta get it back.
Got to get it back.
Get Juju, make the national team in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Well, 2 things. One, he talks about.
That's a really good idea.
Thank you. I know. I've thought about it.
All right.
So, 2
do
things.
fundraisers.
He talked about going to the Soviet Union in the 60s. Okay.
Okay.
My father said he went with a bus of World War II veterans to the Soviet Union. At first, I'm like, oh, that's right. He's got the Swiss passport. And he's telling the story. And he's talking about it in like Stalingrad and all these places. And the way he's saying it, I know he's not lying, but I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This is a weird, because he's with the veterans. He was with a bus full of German veterans.
So
He's with old Nazis. He's like, oh no, they got forced into it. But I'm like, the people must have hated you. Like, they hate you. What is the equivalent is, that was about 20 years after the war, right? That would be like going on a bus tour of Lower Manhattan with Al Qaeda. Like, yeah, let's go check it out.
that's a good business idea. So
I would say a busload of Japanese guys going to
There's a
Pearl
part
Harbor,
2.
but that probably happens every
There's a part 2 to this story.
what's crazy is I've met your father twice or
Yeah.
3 times now. I've heard that story.
So, you haven't heard this one. We're in London. He wants to go to the Soviet Union. He wants to take us with him. It's not impossible he wanted to defect. I'm just saying. It's not impossible.
No,
I thought about that. at
he's
one
like,
point.
Definitely not impossible that everything could have been very different here.
I don't think that's I don't think he's like that. I think he's a very interesting man. I got to tell you, he's very convincing. I had a great time talking to him.
Nice. So we
We agree on a
he
lot
applied.
of things. I'll tell you
He
that.
applied to get a visa for us to go visit the Soviet Union in the middle of the 80s, the Cold War, Reagan, and they denied him. And I guess he got pissed. So he took us to the Soviet embassy, where everyone that works at the Soviet embassy is a KGB.
I remember being
Every single person.
I
is
was at the
KGB.
Soviet embassy. I remember this.
We're in the Soviet embassy. I don't remember it. But we're sitting there. Well, he's like yelling at the station chief to give us our. But I'm like,
It wasn't him.
what a scene.
No.
What a thing.
He didn't get rejected. His buddy got rejected.
We got rejected as kids.
No.
You were
we were
fine.
good to go.
They know you're a little commie. Your name is Han. Like, you were like,
No,
come on
I
in.
am not. I am not.
They saw me. They're like, this kid's trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you really remember being in the Soviet embassy?
Yeah, I did.
My new favorite story about your dad is your dad asking Whitey what his sign was. He's an I love talking to your dad. He's an it's so much fun.
All right, so I'm back on track. This is
But
from.
I would like to know what he thinks about the Trump thing.
He's weird. Like, COVID is the biggest conspiracy ever, and he just kind of went along with it. Very disappointing.
Oh wait, he did?
No, he didn't like really.
At first.
He's anti-vax, but he didn't get outraged. Like he wasn't allowed to swim, and he swims in an outdoor pool. At the
He didn't
College of
yell
San
at any
Mateo.
teacher union members.
And like he was shut out for 3 years because he was unvaccinated. They're like, you can't swim in the outdoor pool because you're unvaccinated.
Yeah.
So for 3 years he couldn't like
Greatest
do
violation
his
of
daily
human
exercise. He couldn't
well,
do.
I shouldn't say that. There was slavery. One of the greatest.
Good catch.
Let me roll that back.
However, there was no slavery in California, Batch,
That's true.
and yet they want to give reparations to everybody.
All right, so we're talking. This started with us talking about Joe Biden resigning. Over under is 4 p.m. on Sunday. Will he have dropped out by then?
When is the British Open over? Sunday.
About 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
3:30.
About 3.
Yeah, I'll take
You
that.
think he's going to wait till the end of the British Open? What if an American wins?
You know what? Him and
Wednesday.
Trump are both golfers. Maybe
That's true.
that'd be respectful. of
It's
him.
When Republican convention's over
tonight. Trump's tonight.
yeah, I think
It's about right.
I think
so. Here you go.
Sunday's-
This is
Sunday's
from
a
Mark Halperin, who's a big time,
I think Sunday's a good day to do it.
big time journalist. Breaking multiple sources outline the apparent state of play.
Can I make a prediction?
Sure.
I think they go Kamala.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Good, excellent time you saying that. Here's the latest from the White House. Things are getting a little heated here. Biden plans to announce withdrawal from nomination as early as this weekend, with Sunday most likely. Biden will not resign the presidency, so he'll finish his term.
No, which you should.
Make some cash, Hunter time. Hunter time. If we had cash, we can get some things done. Big one right here.
Do your LBJ thing.
Biden will not endorse Harris. Ooh. Open convention with Harris and about 3 others. Superdelegates will not be allowed to vote on the first ballot. And Harris is vetting at least 4 possible running mates. Oh, this is if you're
That would be
rooting
kind
for
of fun.
if you're rooting for chaos, this is the absolute chaos.
I never root for
An
chaos.
open convention on the Democratic side.
Isn't it obvious though? Gavin Newsom's their boy. They want Gavin Newsom.
But the money,
Right.
Kamala's got. You can't just bump
I get the 200 million sitting there.
and the optics of it.
Who cares
So the
about
question
optics?
is, if it's Kamala on the betting markets is high up. She's like 60%.
They took a corpse in Joe Biden and ran him for president. What do they care about optics?
So there's one thing about her. There's one thing I.
Kamala Harris was running when she was actually running for president. She was polling at less than 1%.
She got 0% in New Hampshire.
She was a pathetic candidate.
There's one thing about her that I like. She is actually a little bit tough on crime.
She was.
She was.
Well, when it comes to the black community, yes, Batch.
I know, yeah, she was bad in California. She was. It's so funny. Like their whole. Biden had a slip up last night. I won't say last night. You see him?
Biden had a slip.
No, I mean he was talking about
How could you tell?
the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, who's the large African American, and Biden just called him.
What, Lloyd Bridges?
No, you know it's crap I've gotten. I nominated the Secretary of Defense, and he can't think of his name. He goes, the black guy.
Fuck. Really? Oh, come
Corn
on.
pop? Was it corn pop?
No, but it's like you won't. You can find that on social media. You probably see it on Fox News, but you won't see that on CNN. But it's like, oh no, please God, don't say that. So you're gonna get open convention. You're gonna get a. I don't know. I mean, Kamala's the favorite. I know. Forget it. Kamala's the favorite. Let's just say she's.
Oh, I think Gavin Newsom should be the favorite.
Well,
Michelle Obama doesn't want it.
Kamala has to pick a strong VP. So it's like, who knows?
Well,
Roy Cooper, North Carolina governor, popular.
She could pick
Josh Shapiro.
She could pick Superman.
you
Who
know what
cares?
you do?
He's so
You
bad.
grab Charlie Baker.
It won't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter. She could.
She's so awful that it doesn't matter who she.
Give me Charlie Baker. I want Charlie Baker, except for as long as there's no.
What if she picked Barack Obama?
You can't.
Yes, she can.
No, you can't.
Why not?
We were curious. I was curious about this.
She absolutely can.
No, because then if she gets killed and he's president, that's the third.
Can't be elected. He wouldn't be elected.
I don't know. What's can we call the ask the
For the
city
record, you see how
solicitor?
confident I am?
Where's Callie when you need him?
We need the.
I'm not certain I'm right, but I said it so confidently that you think I'm right.
No, I don't. I think
Oh,
you're
damn
full of
it.
Shit. No.
No, I really think that's true.
I'm going to say you're incorrect.
Can we call
What do you
the the Massachusetts
you're
Ethics
wrong.
Board will give us an answer, and then we can
So Kamala, I don't
protest
think
it later.
Gavin Newsom would be the pick for the VP, but I don't think Kamala can pick him because they're both from California. Trump just had this issue where a lot of people thought he was going to pick Marco Rubio, but he can't. They're both Florida residents. It's a weird thing in the Constitution. You can't.
I'm
both
glad
be
he didn't pick Marco
from the same
Rubio,
state.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh,
so
I
there was
wanted-
talk
Really?
because Marco
Yeah.
Rubio was getting some real juice.
To heck with Marco Rubio.
That's a dumb rule.
Marco
It's a weird
Rubio's a step above. If he picked Nikki Haley, Trump dies automatically, gets assassinated for sure, because she is just an absolute tool of the military-industrial complex. But Marco Rubio is 1B in that regard.
No,
Oh, yeah. Come on, guy. Come on.
she's worse. You're right.
She's worse, but he's
How about
the next step.
1C.
Okay. Well,
I know you're right. I need a little more.
I wanted Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah,
Bring me Tulsi.
great. She'd be,
Yeah,
so,
she'll win the next election in Moscow.
come on, she's
Oh,
not.
my God,
Oh,
here we
don't
go.
don't let's not get.
Here's MSNBC. Morning,
yeah.
Morning Joe's going to be replaced with Morning
Did
Ace.
you see Morning Joe? got
Morning
kicked off the
Joe.
air? They didn't even trust him to do his own show.
They got the heave ho.
They're like, you two suck and you're psycho, so just sit this one out.
Just see
Me and
CNN.
your dad had a long conversation about your love for or your hatred for
Good.
the Soviets.
Did you talk about his love of communism?
I
did.
No, we talked about the misunderstood Russian people, but whatever.
Forget about that.
All right.
We're having a nice show here.
But I have a grievance. So
Go ahead.
What's his name? Is it JD Vance, the
Yeah.
Trump's VP, whatever?
Yep.
Yep.
This asshole has now I haven't confirmed this yet, but Michaela sent me a thing. He is looking he's being very unfriendly to the childless and basically saying that they should be taxed at a higher rate.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, you guys got to do some heavy lifting here.
Now, and his response is they should. So
Oh,
if
the
that
non-breeders,
happens-
huh?
Yeah.
Now he's from Ohio. Now you can't have a tea party.
Double
because
tax rates for batch.
If this guy wants to
Loader.
pursue this, I'm going to go and burn his Ohio rivers like they did in the 70s, because this is a bad idea. We use the least amount of services of the childless. We should get tax breaks. And if he wants to play this game with this, you gotta whatever reproduce whatever. I'll be gone. Like, this is ridiculous.
I've got a solution for you.
What?
Adopt an 18-year-old from UTEC. Boom. Done.
You could go full Antonio Cromartie.
When he kills you, he'll be. Come on, yes. How about just have some kids?
What are the names of your kids, Antonio?
How about you meet a nice girl for once?
What, have a baby?
Yes.
No.
Saying, listen,
I
this.
don't want to ruin my nice sleep.
There's
with
one. Bob De Niro just had a kid. He's like 80.
Bob De
You can do it.
Has anyone done a wellness check on Bob De Niro, by the way?
Did he really have a kid?
Oh yeah, he had a kid like a year ago or two.
Oh God, no! that's the only thing. This whole everybody can reproduce. Shut up.
All right, let's wrap it up because we got to get out of here.
Well, too quick. We got 42 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. Quick. Right when I walked in here today, you were doing a podcast.
Yes.
I just overhear you say, "You know, I met Ricky Lake at the old court once."
I did.
what a brag!
Did you shoot your shot, Batch?
What are you talking about?
Batch, did you shoot your shot?
You
That's
could
what I
have a
want
kid
to
with
know.
her. It just.
Have you ever seen Pink Flamingos? She was beautiful in that.
I'm just saying, when you're walking, I'm looking at my phone,
She's from John
and I hear
Waters,
this dude
man.
bragging, and then he met Ricky Lake at the old court.
Man, I was very impressed. I'm like, we talked a little bit about John Waters. It was very good. I was very impressed.
Also, people should watch the Pod Squad. Very testy little show you did there. I feel bad for Michaela.
I have to watch
Michaela, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I got to watch it.
Michaela, you can
I
tell-
saw the first
I don't know
10
her well,
minutes.
but you can tell she's just a nice person. She's in the middle of it, like, please just move on. Please, God, change topics, anything. But that makes for good shows sometimes.
We need to bring Michaela on one of these days. I have a show
We
idea.
did a show with her.
I want to do a show where I want to know why it is that people like her have to vote Democrat no matter what.
So she's not the same as she's been getting a little moving a little bit.
I just want to hear the rationalization. She can actually say it.
So I don't think she's not as liberal as she used to be.
Well, good. Why would you be?
I think she's more like us, like more in the center.
But I liked it. You know, it took a lot for her to say that. Like, she's nice people don't just say, move on. Like, I will, but dick. But people like her are nice. For her to say that, that means like she was just so bored. Like,
I finally
whatever.
had to say, listen, I gotta pee. Stop. I did. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's about the manager. It's just whatever.
You know what? Speaking of wrapping it up, Han wants to go to trivia right now. So,
Gotta go.
want to wrap it up?
Are you going to trivia?
Yeah, why not?
Peace, love, and happiness. Let's go.
Let's do it. We're gonna dominate. See you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.